Yo, what's good my fellow Magic Knights? It is your boy DEADMANVINCE back with yet another Black Clover mobile video. I just want to say first and foremost, big shout out to you guys, big thanks to you guys because I was trying to get to 200 subscribers before the game drops. And currently the game is dropping in about 6.5 hours. So for me to be from 199 like a few days ago to like 212, that means a lot to me. I really do appreciate everybody who's been following and supporting the channel. But the game, like I said, is coming out in 6.5 hours. But there is just one thing that I want to clear up with this video and talk about, because when I made my last video talking about, let's see here, pre-downloading the game, that was basically me going off the assumption that JP and Korea were going to be Japan and Korea were going to be working off at the same times, but it turns out that's not actually the case. So before we get into it, if you guys have been enjoying the content lately, then you can go ahead and that subscribe button, that like button, and you can and you can always comment down below, and you guys know that I will communicate with you. Hope you guys enjoyed that 200 subscriber special, kind of like office tour. I had a lot of fun making that video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's actually right here. But yeah, let's go ahead and just kind of like hop into the video and just kind of show you the points that I'm talking about. Now, if you guys can see right here, we're actually on my iPhone right here. This isn't my main iPhone. This is one of my backup iPhones. Like I said, watch the office tour. You would understand all the devices that I'm like using and everything, and you'll realize that like there's actually a lot more going on in the background when I'm doing editing and all that for my videos and things like that. But basically, this is one of my backup iPhones, and you can see that I have Black Clover Mobile right here. Yes, the name of it is in English, but it's not in English. This is the Japanese version of the game. So we're going to go ahead and open that up, and we're going to look on the little splash page here. We're going to see how much time it says till the game starts. Because originally, wow, I already did this, bro. So let me unplug so you can't see that information there. Oh, it must have logged me out. What probably happened is it logged me out because I was signing in on the JP one on 2 different devices at the same time and trying to get the game downloaded at the same time. But if you look right here, the game is actually here. It's right here, but we actually just can't go and see get into the game just yet because this is like the pre-download. Obviously, you know how a pre-download works. You get access to the game technically, and we can do the tutorial right now. If the game's not downloaded upon your first opening of the game, you can do the tutorial, and I've already done a tutorial on how to make a JP iTunes account. You should go check that video out too as well. That video also applies for a Korean account. You just have to look up, like literally I looked up how to make a JP iTunes account, and I did the same thing except for JP. I looked up KR, and it was literally the exact same process. So if you need help making a KR or a Japanese iTunes account so you can access Black Clover Mobile on iOS devices, then just watch my JP video and use it and translate over what you need to, what you must, right? But basically, we have this one right here saying that it's going to be ready in 12 hours, basically 12.5 hours. Whereas I'm going to plug up the Korean version and show you later. It should say somewhere around 6.5 hours or closer to 6 hours by the time I plug it in for the video, right? But this is just kind of like, yes, I'm fully registered here and everything. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is whenever you are making the account, as soon as you get the game downloaded, when you first open up the game, you saw the question that it prompted me with. What do you want to link this account with, or what is your account connected to? And the options were Google, Apple ID, and then 2 other options that I wasn't really paying attention to, because typically when I'm seeing login options and I see Google and Apple ID, I don't have a need to look at the rest of the options, right? But basically, for the Japanese account, I linked it to for my Japanese and my KR account, I linked it to my Google, because that's the most universal. Because even if I was on like an Android device and I was trying to log in, I can't use my Apple ID to get back in on that. So just be thinking about that as well. And especially thinking about the fact of you switching from your phone to like BlueStacks to make a purchase in case you can't get gift cards for the said country or region, or like Korea, for example, don't have iTunes gift cards, or at least when I was looking, I didn't see any. So if there's something that I'm missing there, please do let me know in the comments down below. But I didn't see anything like that, and I'm going to try to see if there's a way that you can spend money on the Korean version. But basically, this Japanese version right here is going to actually be coming out at 11 p.m. tonight, because if you look at the Korean version, it says that the game is supposed to drop at 6 a.m. on May 25th, so tomorrow for me, but it's already May 25th there. It's supposed to be dropping at 6 a.m. or not. Is it May 25th there? Not just yet, actually. It's still May 24th over there. In 20 minutes, it'll be May 25th. But basically, May 25th, 6 a.m. is when the game is supposed to be dropping in Korea. So for us global wise, or in America in this time zone, the Eastern Coast, I do that because that's how it doesn't matter. Anyway, people in my time zone are going to be having access to the game at 5 p.m. today on the 24th. And for the JP version, people will have access at 11 p.m. I will be streaming starting from 3 p.m. So that is one big thing that I do want to stress to you guys. If you guys want to see gameplay on the Korean version, I'm not waiting for the Japanese version. If you want to see gameplay on the Korean version, as soon as that version comes out, then come and tap into my live stream. That's going to be DEADMANVINCE, or damn, that is twitch.tv/DEADMANVINCE. See, my name is so massive, so huge. I forget to say Twitch sometimes. I'm so sorry, guys. But definitely come out and check the live stream. It'll start off as kind of like a just chatting stream while we just kind of like wait for the game to come out and just kind of like just chatting, vibing, listening to music, chilling out, hanging out. And then once the game comes out, man, it's hard grinding. We're locked in, figuring out how to play. We're doing tutorials, all that stuff. Now let me switch over to my Korean phone and just talk about that for a little bit. Alright guys, now we're over here on the Korean version of the game. You can see that we're not looking at kanji anymore. We're now looking at Hangul. Basically, this version, I didn't even have to press the log me into this account. It automatically remembers and log me in. Now guys, when you get that VPN and you sign up for the account initially, the way that you know the VPN successfully worked is that it'll say, do you want to start this data download? And obviously you won't be able to, if you don't know Hangul, if you don't know kanji, if you can't read that, then the key indicator is going to be, it says 917.89 gigabytes or megabytes of download, I think is what it says. So just look out for the number. As soon as it says download, press, usually the button you're supposed to press is just highlighted in orange. So just press on the orange button, it'll start to download the game for you. When the game download starts, you will be tossed into the tutorial where the Wizard King fights the ancient devil that almost destroyed the Clover Kingdom. It is licked. And for people who don't watch Black Clover, then that holds no weight for you because you don't know who these characters are any damn way. But as you can see, it's a little different here on the Korean version. It says the game will be out in 6 hours, in like 15 minutes basically. This means that the Korean version is going to be 6 hours ahead when it comes to releasing content. I don't know that KR and JP are going to remain that way, like throughout their entire like lineage, right? Like something happens in Korea and then 6 hours later it happens in Japan. But it's like, I feel like it would essentially work that way because typically the I just mixed them. The KR and JP versions, I thought it was, to my understanding, that they drop at the same time. Now I am not well versed in playing KR and Japanese games on release. I typically play the global version, figure out about the Japanese version later. And since this is Black Clover, and I'm very passionate about Black Clover, I did a lot of background research and figuring out how many versions were dropping, all that, blah, blah, blah. And it doesn't take that much research in the world to realize that they always drop multiple versions of the games. But like, I did the most that I could to make sure that I could get access to the other foreign versions as long as they were the versions that came out first. If the global version were to come out at the same time, if all three versions dropped at the same time, which honestly, I thought they were going to do that for a little while because they just kept pushing things back so far, and I was like, are they pushing back the global version as much as they're pushing back the Japanese version? Because like, at the point of pushing it back this much, I would just release them at the same time. They've both been delayed a great deal already. But basically, the KR version is going to be out at 5 p.m. 6 hours later at 11 p.m. The Japanese version is going to be out. Now the global version, and I'll switch over to that phone as well. Now, if we take a look here, I'm in the App Store right now on my regular like iPhone. This is my main iPhone, and if I look up Black Clover, or Black Clover M, I'm sorry, right here, and that kind of sucks for the global version because the Korean version and the Japanese version, they already have hit #1 in their respective app stores. The global version, I just looked up Black Clover. I just got choices for like 5 other anime games that don't even have black in the name, and then I had to specifically put in Black Clover M just to find this. That's how you know that Garena is doing a shit job at promoting and marketing, because there's no way in these other regions the Black Clover game is just #1 in the app store, and for some reason on this one it's not even like usually I'm pretty sure when it's like close to the top, it has it like right here in this little quartet of information. which would you turn into a quintet, I guess. But it doesn't say anything about the place that it is in the App Store or anything like that, man. Garena is doing this game a huge disservice, I feel like, and they need to do better with promotion. I feel like the global version of the game has definitely gone through quite a bit of abuse. Just like on a publicity like side, because it's just like, you tell us about the game and then you give us like very slim bits and pieces of information, and the more that we complained about it, we started to get more information, but we got more information on like the other versions, like the Japanese versions, the KR versions, but like global is always kind of feels like they're left high and dry. Like I've noticed a lot that it feels like a theme of people asking questions about global, like the stuff that gets put out for Black Clover Mobile. I feel like you read it and you know for certain that something that is talking about JP or KR, but then when it comes to like global, you always have to ask a question like, oh, is this for global? What about global? When is global? You know, I feel like it's always like a what about global type of like vibe around this version of the game. And I'm still gonna play the global version just to see the differences, because it's probably gonna be different, like across, not even across all three, but just kind of like from the JP and KR one, they'll probably try to stick to the same stuff versus the global one. I feel like the global one's gonna be not drastically different, but not mildly different either. I feel like it's gonna be different enough that you notice that you're playing the global version, you know. But that's kind of like the state of the game right now, and I just kind of wanted to come and like make like a PSA, like, yo, these are the times that these are dropping, and obviously these are my times. My time zone is EST. So 5 p.m. EST for Black Clover Korean, 11 p.m. EST for Black Clover Japanese, and then global we still cannot download yet. That is still in its pre-register phases, so we can't even pre-download this yet even. But the game is obviously coming out next month. I'm pretty sure they said that it would be coming out next month, or did they say next month or the month in 2 months? No, because the movie is next month. The movie's June 16th, I believe. So the game will be out next month. And I hope that they don't release the game like a week before the movie's out. But like, if they do, I mean, it's whatever. I feel like doing the game a week before the movie's out and then doing movie stuff is like rushed. I feel like that puts the movie too close to the start of Black Clover Mobile Global's release. And every time people, I feel like for the movie, since that's the first movie Black Clover has, the celebration is going to be extremely hype. I just sense that within my being. It's just gonna be stupidly hyped. This is the only movie Black Clover has, bro. Like, they gotta do something crazy for this. And you know, the line of characters we're gonna get are gonna be crazy. I want to see some free-to-play characters and stuff like that. Free-to-play characters from the movie, premium characters, obviously, for the movie, because we're going to be meeting like 4 new Wizard Kings, like just a whole kind of like new thing. Like, just thinking about the fact that we're going to see multiple Wizard Kings in one movie, and we've only seen 1 Wizard King. Well, no, we've seen 2 Wizard Kings for the entire like course of the series, the first one and the current one, nothing else in between. Haven't heard anything about anybody else in between. We just hear like, oh, there are other Wizard Kings. That's pretty much all you hear. And for us to be meeting 4 at the same time, this shit is like a historical event in the Black Clover verse, first and foremost, and a historical event in real life, because Black Clover doesn't have any movies, and Black Clover is getting the recognition it deserves, and it's starting to reach like new levels and things like that. So the movie celebration is going to be hype, and I don't want movie hype to overwhelm the original game's hype. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be like every time somebody looks at Black Clover Mobile, they think that it's a shitty game, because the initial celebration had something so monumental like a movie celebration, and now people are expecting something on that level all the time. I feel like realistically they should be releasing that at the start of next month, so that the game, or at least a pre-download like May or June 1st. June 1st, so that we can at least kind of like get our foot in the door, play the game, and get a feel for what the game is going to be by itself. Not with the movie collab, not with this crazy huge celebration, because yes, games have celebrations. Look at Grand Cross with Dokkan Fest. Look at Dragon Ball Dokkan with Dokkan Fest. Look at Grand Cross with just regular festivals, Holy War festivals, stuff like that. So that's like a common theme in these games, but you don't want to put yourself in the boat of making your game feel like it's going to be like that always, because you initially started like that. All these games have to build up to those sort of festivals, because Dokkan's at a point now where every new unit that drops has this like pretty solid festival with them, where you get like login rewards and there are extra missions, you can get a free-to-play character and blah blah blah. But like, it was not always a game like that. It did not have the versatility that it has right now. So just don't put yourself in the wrong boat, Garena. This is like my warning to you, because like, yes, I don't know that I have faith in you, because I've heard Garena has done some shitty things to other games before, and also the promotion team, whoever they are, fire them, please. They suck. They suck. Hey, CEO Garena, whatever, your publicity, your PR guy, he eats garbage. He sucks. Get rid of him and get a new guy. But yeah, that's it for this video. This video was really just kind of a flex. No, it wasn't. But low key, I did just kind of switch through like 3 different phones. Like, oh, I have this account here, I have this account here, I have this account here. And the phones are just for when I'm on the go, by the way, guys. Actually, I have 2 iPads. One with a JP, one with the KR account for whenever I'm at home. And one other thing, I cannot wait for a PC port. I haven't seen any major news on a PC port, but typically when a company talks about something like a PC port and they know how beneficial a PC port can be, they usually get cooking on it pretty fast. I remember when we learned that Grand Cross was going to be having a PC port, it came pretty shortly after we learned about it. And honestly, we were already told that a PC port is probable from Vic Gaming, or possible. So it wouldn't make sense for them to say that and then not do it. They're a company who needs to make money at the end of the day. And everybody, yeah, everybody basically has a phone, I guess. Not really, but everybody doesn't have a smartphone though, because some people just have phones for communication. Then, you know, I feel like it's a very common thing for people to have a computer or have access to a computer at the very least. And you'd be surprised at the situations. I've literally broken my phone in the past. I had to wait for a new one to get shipped in, and I remember I was trying to like keep my daily streak on Dokkan, and I had a friend who used to log out of his Dokkan account for me, log into mine, and then he would let me check my game and all that for the day, and then I'll log out, he'll log back into his. So you'd be surprised how people get access to games that they play. And you'd be surprised what devices they're playing on, whether devices be theirs or not. But yeah, Garena, please do be careful about how you handle this game, because I love Black Clover, and I feel like if you're a true Black Clover fan, you love that. You love the franchise deeply, and like to see it ruined more so than people already try to slander it. It's just like it just hurts to see. And honestly, Garena, don't do that. Be better. Get a better promotion guy, and make a good game. But that's actually going to be it for my video, guys. If you did enjoy this video, then you already know you can Dark Cloak here, that subscribe and that like, and you can also comment, and you can hit that notification bell so you can get notified every single time the dead man drops some knowledge for you. But that's gonna be it for this video. Y'all be ready for this game. It'll be here, and I guess by the time I upload the video, maybe like 5.5 hours. But yeah, just be on the lookout, and also do not forget twitch.tv/DeadmanVince at 3 p.m. EST. I will be starting my stream. It'll be just chatting at first, and then when the game drops, we are instantly in there, and I might even have a guest to pop on with me. So y'all come through, y'all vibe, and y'all have a good day. That's gonna be it for your boy DeadmanVince. Peace.